I just realized we've
Side.
been muted this whole time. I switched the scene, but I didn't unmute us. That's fine.
You
That's fine.
dick.
We don't. I'll recap. Basically, Ulf has approached them, and they're arguing now. Not arguing, but talking.
Wow, you get Matt role-playing for once, and you fucking muted.
I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Just continue. No problem. No
Ruined
problem.
it.
We're back. I had it up
Ruined
on
it,
screen.
ruined
I
it.
just had
Reset.
it
Punishment,
Reset.
one of the orcs has to drop dead from
I did.
heart.
From a heart attack. No, no, we're fine. We'll just continue with where we were. Not much has been said.
Okay, anyways.
So you
We fight them from the inside. We come into the societies. We learn their ways. And we learn their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's how we bring them down to the knees.
Oh no.
and the so this one
Unlike you, who decide to sit out here and torment a griffin trapped under a log.
So at the you've been the one you've been talking to, the one that's been responding to you, is the one closest to you. But at this point, the leader one with the spear, he will he'll say he'll sort of like laugh out and be like, "Ha! That's exactly the sort of attitude I expect from a soft orc like yourself." He'll like start to walk towards you.
I'll start walking towards him.
He left behind his spear and his tattoo.
Yeah, he left behind.
Wow.
Here. Oh wait.
You boys bought the 1v1?
So he walks all the way up to you,
Probably
And-
won't go.
and he just sits there sizing you up, and he's like,
Oh, by the way, this whole time I've had my shield and sword out the time too.
"Yeah,
Not necessarily like up to fight, but like down.
yeah,
I mean, who's larger?
I'll follow you."
Roll for dick size.
Yeah, I'm
Where's your
I'm
dick
6'3".
size?
I'm a
Naturally doing an orc tribe.
Hold on 1 second. What's the average for a orc? I'm gonna roll.
Fourth dick.
6 to 7 foot.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me tell you.
I thought you were talking about inches.
I
6 inches.
he is this orc is about 6'7",
Woo!
so he's a little
She's
bit
a little bit bigger than me.
How much does he weigh, though? Not that you could tell, but
He
I don't know, from the size of
does
his
he look
gut.
stockier than you?
he looks pretty stocky.
Ulf weighs like freaking 200 pounds, even
Billion
without his
fucking
armor.
Yeah.
250.
So
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. He's probably like about the same as Ulf in terms of like body mass or whatever. I don't know. A proportionally
Ulf
at
is
least.
walking around being like 2 of me.
So he's a scrawnier version of me.
No, I would say he's about the same roughly. You scale it up. Scale up you, and that's basically him. Maybe
So
a
they're
tiny
about the
bit
same
scrawnier.
size, but Ulf is walking around with 50 pounds of armor
Yeah.
and weaponry.
And this guy actually, so that you're closer, he is also wearing he's wearing armor that is I believe it is he is actually wearing ring mail. So
I thought he had nothing on his chest.
no, I reneged on that.
He-
I went back on
Oh.
that. I
He went back
corrected.
on that
I thought he
completely.
did, but then I corrected myself. So
In other words, please don't stab my NPC in the chest.
acquiesced. So yeah, it's so he has ring mail, which is like I'm looking at the description of ring mail. It's like leather armor with heavy rings in it, sewn into it.
Is he gonna say anything then?
Yeah. So he comes up to you, stands up next to you, and is like sizing you up, and you size each other up. And he's like, "What business do you have messing with us? If you've come just to mock us with your own petty ways, then you could just leave."
I'm petty. Says the one tormenting a griffin under a log.
Tell me, are you a religious man? Or orc?
Oh no.
Religious
Or
orc.
what? Why does he care?
What is it to you?
You see this mark on my head?
I do, and I know exactly what it means.
And do you worship? Do you worship him too? Do you
I
worship?
do not.
You do not worship Shinkog. Then who do you worship? Do you worship any of the Orcish gods?
Dormish is my god. Do not question my faith to my people.
Domrish, that weakling. Well, I suppose it's better than no Orcish god at all. But Dormfish. This is a Dorm Koi. Anyways, he says Dormish is better than no Orcish god at all, I suppose. But I suppose since at least you're not a non-believer, since you haven't completely betrayed the way of our people, we can let you walk away from here.
You're going to allow me to walk away.
Yes, we won't kill you.
I don't think I asked your permission on whether or not I wanted to walk away, or whether I could walk away or not. Ugh.
Yeah.
You can go now, and we'll continue with our fun.
I disagree. And I'm going to take a step towards the griffin. I'm going to attempt to place my hand on it.
Oh,
Are you gonna heal the griffin?
hold on 1 second, please.
Be advised.
Let me find my. Hold on. All right.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of how much HP griffins have. I looked at them because they can be mounts.
Are you? I'm gonna make
you-
you. See, do you? Want, I'm assuming you want to like try to approach it in a non-threatening way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to roll me like an animal handling check.
Perfect. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Hey,
And,
it's only sort of bad.
and
That's true.
yeah. And I, on the other hand, have rolled a insight check for the griffin to like oppose to it.
Well, it doesn't use intelligence, so that's good.
Yep,
Dude, I
yeah.
really wish I had greater invisibility.
You are
That
you are
totally-
actually really lucky that it doesn't use an intelligence thing. No, it rolls insight because it makes sense. It's like trying to see what you are approaching it for. And it rolled higher than you, so it will it like just like it sort of stares at you, very with like it has these big eyes, these big like golden eyes that are just staring at you, but it doesn't like attack you or anything as you move in closer. However, as you move in closer, though, then you hear the orc behind you. He says, "If you try to free it, we'll kill you."
Oh, shut up. And I'll do lay on hands. all 15 points, or until it looks like it's good.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just do all 15 because it makes it easier.
Okay. That yeah, sounds good. Yeah, it was like below half health because you could tell that it was wounded. Like I described before, it like you can see it was bleeding from places and it's still pinned, but when you do this, it looks like it is it's definitely got more life in it now,
Mm-hmm.
However, the orc is now points his spear at you and he says, "Back away from there and fight me."
Oh, what? Oh, fight you. Are we going to do this in a more traditional sense? The way of my people, perhaps.
And what would that be?
The Rising.
The Rising?
The what?
What is this? I don't actually know what this is out of
I
character.
gave you
Oh.
it's in the lore sheet I sent
wait,
you.
hold on. I didn't read everything about it. I read through it. I
It's
just
a
didn't...
one-on-one dagger fight.
Okay, hold on. Let me read that.
I just picture humongous
One-on-one
orcs fighting
dagger
with these
fight
fucking
without armor.
Okay, yeah.
tiny
Yeah,
little
I
blades.
just I can't remember
Admittedly-
everything about it.
A weapon dagger is still like a foot-long blade.
Hold on. Let me
It only does 1d4 though.
let me look.
Not the size of the dagger, it's how you use it. Just ask Rogue.
Yeah.
So it's called The Rising.
Like somehow
I mean,
they do
there's a
50
reason that
damage with
rogues
a
use
fucking...
short swords.
Because they're just better
uh
than daggers.
Although, doesn't really matter. After a while.
Let's see.
As long as he gets sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, if I was playing a level 20 rogue, I'd just stab people with butter knives. As long as I got proficiency bonus when I did so.
Hold on.
Just
Let's
use
see.
like a spoon and just tap them over the head.
It is implied that daggers aren't uniform size, since you can hide a dagger. It's presumed that some of them are like
1 second.
more or less just tiny little stiletto knives.
I mean, you're definitely not putting a footlong blade up your ass, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's
Says
what he
you.
said he did.
It's a very old dagger.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe he's got real big buns and he's just squeezing it between his
I
butt
mean,
cheeks.
yeah, I guess, but
I do a lot of squats.
Hold on.
We don't necessarily have a pit to do the rising here, but you know.
Yeah, no, I don't... So, the thing is, he would probably look at you after that and be like... He'd probably be like, what is that?
The rising.
Because that's not a thing that is like... That's just for your place, I don't think, right? It's not...
Yeah, it's just for my
Yeah.
tribe,
So
basically.
he'd be like...
I'm assuming
what's-
there's an equivalent.
Well, he'd be like, what,
Yeah,
what in the hell?
maybe.
Maybe. I don't know what this is. I looked back in at Matt's thing. This is kind of specific. So he'd be like, and they might have something similar. I don't know. But he says, what is, and what in the hell is that? And what does that have to do with you spoiling our fun?
You're the one who wanted to fight me. Back in my day, or back with my...
In my day.
Back in my day.
Aren't you the youngest person?
yeah.
I don't think so. I think
I
he's older than Kass.
misworded. I misworded.
Well, okay, yes. He is older than Kass.
Back in my tribe, the first leader was... Hold on. Was a man called Zorod. And he... Zorod. And he... took on... What was it? He took on 5 bears after being mortally wounded in combat. He slayed them all with this dagger, and I pull out the dagger I have of the dagger of Zarod.
Okay.
And
Your ass dagger sentimental?
yeah, he's sentimental to my tribe.
Yeah.
And ever since, to select a new leader of our tribe, we have used the Rising, a fight amongst the kin of the previous leader. We threw them all into a pit, gave them all a dagger. Last one out was the new leader of our tribe. Now, necessarily, we aren't fighting over a tribe here. We're fighting over a griffin. If I win, I get the griffin, and you boys walk away. If you lose, or if I lose, I'll let you keep having your fun. And
Well,
I'll
if
just
you-
walk away.
If you lose, you'll be dead. To the death.
Well,
And you have a deal.
it wouldn't be the Rising if it wasn't to the death.
Very well then. I accept. By the way, this is all in Orcish, so you guys watching it.
Yeah, we're just watching them grunting at each other.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we'll get the hint if all of the orcs like circle around and they 1v1.
Yeah, like so they yeah, he says I accept. Where should we have our little duel to determine the fate of this weakling beast?
Would I know if if Anna or Nox would know how to make like a little arena?
I don't think you want them to know that we're here.
Well, yeah, but it'd be kind of...
Wait, none of us in the party have demonstrated any ability to move earth.
Okay.
Let me just like make this very clear. Nox looks like a weakling.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
both
is-
of us are physically weak, and
she
we've
is-
not shown any
She's
magic.
5'4" and like
No,
100 pounds.
Yeah.
All right. How about over there in the clearing? Just a few feet over.
I'm assuming you're like pointing to here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of in this area.
Yeah. And he like smiles and he's like, very well. Let us. And with our armor or without?
Without, of course.
Very well.
So we're just not understanding a thing. Just you guys
And-
talking loudly. We see who starts.
And how does this rising that your primitive clan does? How do they do it with dagger only? Just dagger?
Dagger only to the death.
Very well.
Just as the leader before us. As the first leader of my clan.
Very well then. And so he'll motion and he'll motion to his orc buddies who will he calls out to one of them. He says like he motions to one of them and says like you like stand next to or stand make sure to watch the the beast in the area. We don't know if that noise, whatever made that noise earlier, will come back. And
What?
what?
Did I miss something?
The one that Cass
The-
did
the
make
troll.
it.
The one that Cass made.
Oh.
Yeah, like
The
they
fake troll that
did
I
have
made.
like a big old troll sounding noise, but nothing ever happened from it. So he says, watch the griffin just in case that whatever made that noise comes back. And then he motions to the rest of them and says, come, form a circle. And they start to move. So this one over here will like sort of, he'll be standing like right here, and he'll be the one watching. The rest of them start to get around in a circle. Wait,
It's a small arena.
well, how big do you want it? Like, it's up to you, because he would probably be like, so how big is this arena? How do we set it up?
No, that's small. That's fine. Well, maybe make it so there's at least like we're able to have at least one space in between us.
Like,
Yeah,
like
make
this.
it so that they can be separate and not near any of the.
Yeah, like right there. That's good.
That's about the right size. Here, let's draw some lines.
Yeah. You could just like
Have them mark it in the ground.
kick
maybe.
kick the ground away and make a little box. Yeah.
Use the
Maybe
use the
that.
purple.
And meanwhile, let me get the viewer bot boy, the spectator in the stands, so that
Anna, what do you think? Should we do something?
Well, he seemed rather excited about whatever's going on over
It's funny because they're naked.
What?
Is that a
We're just
dagger?
armorless.
Shorts?
We're not naked.
they're not naked, no.
I thought you said you were only using one dagger.
Ah,
I would probably motion back around and say we should probably gone over there.
Get
Try
closer.
and get closer in case we need to rescue the boy.
fair.
Don't know how long that'll take, but I'm going that way.
Okay. I'll follow you when you get there.
All right.
I'm moving, so-
Yeah, it's fine. No worries. You guys got there by the time
We're
this
just
is even
skulking
set
in the
up.
bushes.
So,
Don't mind us.
so so he takes off his armor. You take off yours, right? So you're just in shorts or whatever, or, pantaloons. I don't know. How do you normally calculate the AC without armor? It's
10 plus dex.
Okay, 10 plus dex. Okay.
Unless you
Oof.
have natural armor from something.
Oof, jeez, I don't like that.
Also, negative dex does indeed bring it below 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he like he'll like turn to one of his he like throws his spear down to the side. He had a shield as well that he throws off. It was like on his back actually, but he throws it off his back when he takes his armor off. And he also will also, and then he doesn't actually have his own dagger, but he looks to one of his men and says like can I borrow your dagger? And then they toss him their dagger, and he like brandishes it a little bit, like swings it around to sort of
Loser doesn't even have his own heirloom dagger.
Yeah, exactly. What a
Wow, this guy's not even a real orc.
Also, I like how you called him a dumb elf. Wait, why you guys call him dumb elf?
No, we were talking about a different campaign.
Oh, okay. The dumb. Oh, that. Yeah. Okay. All right. No. So
Yeah,
Hey, now.
From the far, far west.
okay.
That
So-
stupid idiot that tried to 1v1 the leader of a whole army that was looking at him.
So he, yeah. So he,
Ooh, if I win, they're gonna walk away. No doubt.
so he,
My favorite band.
so he sort of brandishes the dagger that one of his men lent him, sort of to get used to it and stuff. He hasn't used it before,
Yep.
probably.
And then I have.
He has inspiration, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Might need it.
I have Zarad's dagger, which is a little different looking than what most people's dagger would consider. A dagger. It's
Yeah, it's a little more like ornate or whatever. I don't know.
yeah, it's got a couple feathers on it. It's got wrapped with the hilt has got bear fur wrapped around it, and the tang. I think that's what it's called. No, not the tang. The bit, the handguard bit
Yeah,
is made
yeah.
out of bone
Called the guard.
and
It's
Oh,
called the guard.
whatever. It's
Okay.
made from bone and it's more of a
Hold on one sec. I just gotta look at one thing real
the
quick.
blade is just on, or the sharp end of the blade is just on one side and it's kind of curved in a way, so it's you can still use it for stabbing, but it's more of a slashing.
Oh,
type.
also, Matt, make sure you attack using your strength instead of your dex.
Dex. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
daggers. I think.
Yeah, I
default
own-
Dex.
Any finesse
and-
weapon, you can use dex or strength.
Yeah, I
I'm
use
just saying, I
strength.
think at roll 20 they might default the dex. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they
No,
default to what
I
it's
have a-
usually used for, but I'm not sure. It might be based on your class. I don't know.
It's probably
I have
based
it.
off of whatever your highest ability score is.
But you should have you should have 2 plus. You should have like a +5 because I think you have a 3 strength mod, right?
4 strength
4 strength
it's
mod, so you
plus
should
6.
have.
plus 6.
I have level 4. Yeah.
Plus
Alright.
six,
Six.
yeah.
Should be
So
plus
the
six.
Wait,
hold on.
proficiency is only 2 though.
Plus 2.
And then.
Two
Oh
plus-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
All right.
So he'll ask
We good.
before you guys get going. He's like, are there any other rules, or is this just a fight to the death?
a fight to the death.
Also, is that boy proficient with daggers that you're fighting?
Isn't
We'll
every
find out.
class proficient with daggers?
Oh yeah, they're simple weapons.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah, it depends on what class he
I
is.
guess he might not be a class.
Well, I guess you'll never know. I mean, you might. I don't know.
We'll just have to kill him before we find out.
Yeah. So, he will, yeah,
Roll
so
our
he'll...
initiative.
The what?
We roll an initiative.
Yeah, we are going to. So, the way I was thinking is that you guys, like, start circling each other, and then whoever makes, rolls higher initiative is the one who lunges in first, you know? Does that sound cinematic and nice to you?
Sounds cinematic enough for me.
Alright, so yeah, so you guys start circling each other, whatever. You don't actually have to move in place, it doesn't make a difference. But, yeah, alright, let's roll initiative, and let's get right into it, buddy boy.
Yeah, it's not great, but that's okay.
and I roll for him. Ooh. He rolled a 1. Nah, I'm just kidding. He actually rolled a 19.
Hacks.
I guess I shouldn't have told you the exact number in case the rest of the group gets involved. Whatever. I mean, you would know anyways. You would have found out, so not a big deal.
It's a 1v1. There's only 2 people.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
One
if
of
the
us
rest of if
One
the
of
rest
us has to
the-
go first.
Yeah, but if the rest of the group hops in, you know.
As long as the
um,
fight goes close, I doubt we'll end up jumping in until he's like on the ground.
So let's see. So then you are. Wolf is here. Okay.
Since unfortunately, I don't think I have any ranged magic that they wouldn't notice, so I can't even interfere. Bro.
All right, sounds good. So you guys start circling around for a little
Dude,
bit
I should have
until
cast heroism on him.
until
Had him
you-
get to this quickly enough.
So you guys
Walk
start.
by a bush and slap him
Oh,
on the
God.
ass.
So you start circling around and Kass is the ref. You guys start circling around and then end up in your starting positions, and he'll say like, "Very well then." And an evil.
Notes is in the arena now too.
No, that's Kass.
Whatever.
And then
If Nox was in the arena, you wouldn't be able to see the.
yeah, that's true. But so, and then he'll flash you like an evil smile, and he's gonna dash at you. Okay. So here we go. The combat has initiated. Dun dun dun. So he's just gonna run straight at you, and he's gonna swipe at you with this with his dagger. Slash right at you.
This is gonna take a while.
So that
It is. It's gonna take a little bit.
hold on. What do daggers are?
1d4.
Okay, D4. If I hit.
1d4 plus mod. So,
actually, hold on. Let me write down the AC.
We're gonna
for this
probably
guy,
be
too.
doing like 5.
Yeah.
Correct.
Plus 5 for an orc.
Hold on one second. Plus.
Just crit him so you can roll 2d4.
Alright, what is your AC then?
It's 10.
It's 10.
Well, without armor.
But you don't have any dex at all?
No.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize that. Okay. No, I mean, that's fine. I was just surprised. I didn't think that was the case. He actually rolled a 10.
So then.
So he will hit.
That's
That's a
it.
hit.
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay, it is a
surprised.
hit.
I thought it would be at least like 11, but no. So yeah, he will hit. And
Thankfully,
deal.
it's not a 9.
Yeah.
And he will deal to you. Hold on one second.
On average, pretty much all of the attacks should be hits.
He is. That's true, actually. Yeah. He's so he's gonna deal 7 damage
Orc
to
has an
you.
upper hand here.
He deals
Oh.
7 damage to you.
We don't know the HP under the hood in this situation.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely an advantage that Ulf has.
Presumably.
So yeah, and he like snarls at you as well. He goes like, "Now you will suffer, you impudent whelp."
Okay.
I mean, he's an orc. He probably doesn't have that high of a vocabulary, but the what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
gonna
imagine
move-
this scenario happening when somebody's like a character and you just fucking bite them for a d6. Like what?
I'm gonna
You
move
didn't
behind him.
say no teeth.
Bite them for juice.
And then. I'm gonna attack with my dagger.
Right. Nice. Yep.
15.
You definitely hit.
And. Bonus action. Thunder Smite. So he takes 14 damage.
So, for those spells, you cast those before you attack.
Do I?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I mean, you hit though in this case though.
Also,
So
are they gonna get salty about you
Just, like, I
using
realize that
divine magic in a fight?
you didn't know that, but, like, that's how they work.
right,
it
so
works on
Okay, I thought it was.
so you
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
so you and that has a verbal component, right? Most spells do. So I'm assuming like they know
They
you're using
have
magic.
only verbal components.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's verbal.
All right, sounds good. So they know that you're using magic now.
I mean,
Well, they
they
can assume.
recognize it as magic. Do
Yeah.
they?
Only herbal, 420
Yeah, I'm
blaze.
assuming for
All
a
he's
paladin
doing
it would
is
be a
shouting.
it would be a
He-
prayer or an oath or something that you'd say.
Does he get pushed? He gets pushed 10 feet away. Also.
Out of the ring, disqualified. Kill
I don't-
yourself.
I don't think that they really care about that. Probably 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's on the ropes now.
Yeah, he gets pushed 10 feet out. And the other orcs that are watching, they all look like a little shocked by this. They're like, "Whoa."
It also did a thunderous shock or thunder wave.
Oh, yeah,
for
it's, yeah.
300 feet. So Kass and
Not
Miles would have probably heard it.
Oh wait, 300
They would
feet.
have just heard.
They're more than 300 feet
I
away.
mean,
They're
I'm not here.
They're very.
I know
far
you're
away.
not, but you guys probably would have still heard it.
I don't think so. They're
Now,
Now, when
300
they
feet?
say 300 feet, if you're at the edge of that, you
they're
barely
definitely
hear it.
like like maybe a mile away, and there's trees and stuff in between.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
mean, you
troll
guys- you
might have
guys-
heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Solid.
Yeah.
So the but
Solid
anyways though.
15.
Probably scared the
minutes.
crap
So
out of the
you
griffin. That's
you
for
send
sure.
him flying, and
I just sit there and I smile and just.
and so he he looks back at you, and and he says, and so he like, you know, I'm imagining that he sort of like got knocked to his knees or something after getting pushed back, you know, anime style, and then he pushes himself up with his hands off the ground, up, you know, off his knees, and so he's standing, and as he walks towards you, he says, "Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it?" And and you see next to you in the air, a floating spectral spear appears in the air next to you.
Oh, hey, you pissed off a priest.
You see
It's probably a paladin.
so he like holds
Do
out.
they get spectral weapon as well?
He holds out
Whatever
his.
it's called, spiritual weapon.
He
Yeah, I
holds
believe
out his
so.
hand, and he sort of like, and he mutters whatever the verbal component is. I don't know. But you do see a weapon that pops up next to you.
Yeah, Oath of Conquest.
And it's going to make an attack against you. So hold on one second.
Mainly clerks, though.
Yeah,
And so
maybe-
let's see.
yeah,
So
it
on
could be
a,
cleric.
on a hit, so it does make an attack roll. It's a melee. It will
What
be
kind of-
I mean, he
It's a
is.
spear. Yeah. So it's a
You made
spear.
another spear. All right. Where is it?
I mean, he's technically.
Oh
cheating,
god,
but
next
that's
to him
fine.
in the air. He's not
Like,
cheating. He's not
Ping
holding
the
a spear.
square.
Right there.
He's
What do you
using
mean?
a weapon other than.
What? You use
spear.
magic on him. As far as he's concerned.
Did he? He just hit him really
Did I?
fucking hard.
And a loud, thunderous thing rang out in the whole
Hey,
clearing.
I hit him.
Yo, this
that
guy
hard.
This guy isn't
man.
that dumb, you know.
What spells do you have, though?
Anyways,
I don't
Me?
think you're gonna do too bad with what you got.
so hold on one second.
Yeah, oh,
No,
yeah.
I should
got
be
plenty of
fine.
burst.
So let me see. So he's gonna make an attack roll,
Like, this
which
is
is
the kind of fight that paladins are built for.
And if you're worried about wasting a spell slot, you know you got advantage on a swing.
okay.
Hate
It
it.
it does hit you. This magical attack. You're gonna take. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna take the. Okay. You're gonna take this much damage.
That's a very interesting amount of damage.
You're gonna take 3 damage from this. However, then he's gonna come in and slash at you with the dagger.
Okay.
Oh. I can't remember with spiritual weapon. Can you actually
bonus
order it to
action,
attack
yeah.
the same turn you summon?
What? He
Oh,
missed.
yeah.
I'm so
When
mad.
you cast a spell, yes.
He's still a little shook from that
Holy fuck!
thunder clap in his ear.
I can't. I can't believe it. He missed. Yeah, he comes in slashing you at you with the dagger. But he, you sidestep or whatever. He swings right by you and misses. But this weapon is
Put a
this.
spear over here.
The spear is floating in the air right next to you still, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm
Anywho.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just.
Hit him very hard.
Yeah, probably just make a regular attack against him.
All right, sounds good. Wow, nice, good hit.
So I do.
So,
Oh wow! I rolled a nat 1 on damage.
what you can
That's
do,
the second time.
Oh
Matt,
yeah.
what you can do when you do damage instead of before you attack is use your Divine Smite class feature.
Yeah, I do
Those
have
are
that. Oh yeah, that's right. That doesn't cost me a spell.
it costs a spell slot.
No, it does.
It just
Instead
does-
of casting a spell, you're using a spell slot to cast Divine Smite.
Yes.
That's actually
Oh,
what
gotcha.
paladins primarily do with their spell slots.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spells
I was-
just have other effects, but the Divine Smites usually do more damage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're just like boring, like, hey, do a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Instead of something cool.
Mhm. I just wanted to do something cool. That's why I used Thunder
Oh yeah,
Smite.
for sure. I was just throwing that out.
Yep. Yep. I get you.
I would laugh if
So are
you
you
also
gonna
had
do
spiritual
that,
weapon and
or-
you just had fucking floating spears stabbing each other.
So are you gonna do that then?
No, just
No,
do
just the 7 damage.
just a 7.
Saving the spell slots for when shit gets nasty.
Okay,
Mhm.
sounds good. Hold on one second.
I've also
Yeah.
got Channel Divinity too. So.
And at this point,
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't look like he's super in rough shape yet. He still looks like he's pretty willing and able to fight you. So,
What does your channel divinity even do?
I've got Nature's Wrath and Turn the Faithless.
hold on one second. I mean, this dude definitely has faith. You know, he loves that. Whatever his name is.
Is
I
it
forgot.
is it literally
Dharma. No,
faithless
not
or is it
Shimkon.
somebody of any other faith.
Fae and fiends.
Yeah. So, anyways, he
Can't
so
do anything
he
with that, but
he will
Nature's wrath, though.
So you slashed at him. He is going to first slash at you with a dagger.
mm-hmm.
Okay. He does hit you this time.
Wing.
And that will do. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. He will do. Sorry, I was looking at something. Oh my god. He is going to do 11 damage to you.
With a
With
dagger
a
strike?
dagger?
Yeah.
What's his bonus to damage?
So you're saying he has a +7 to damage?
No, but he has another bonus.
There's no obvious effects at all.
No, he like yells afterwards. He goes like ah, and is like, clearly like driven with some sort of fury.
Oh, he's a barbarian. Also, somehow.
Trust me, it makes sense in the end.
Okay, well, that's gonna be the case.
Then he also just rolled really well. But anyways,
I mean,
he
daggers
will
only go up
then.
to 4.
Yeah, no, I know. He then will. Then he's going to use his bonus action, and the other thing is going to attack you as well.
Oh.
Our boy fucked up when he brought magic into the situation.
If he's a multi-class barbarian, he can't concentrate.
It's not a concentration spell.
Is it not?
I was just checking. Spiritual weapon is a cast, and you just have it for a minute.
Yep. Hold on.
It is kind of sketchy
Second.
RP wise that you can still control the spear since it's a spell, but
It's a bit weird.
if it is rage.
That will hit as well. Which will do. Hold on. That's right, yeah. It will do. It's going to do 4 more damage to you.
If only I had managed to get heroes on him beforehand.
And just for flavor, he's going to Drager, you're the one who drew the spear. Can you make it spin around to the other side of him? Just for flavor. It's gonna go go over there and then be facing.
It's moving so seamlessly.
It's like spinning around you in a circle while it does this, and then stabbing in. Anyways, and
2 FPS. Hey, that's my normal Roll20 experience.
yeah. And
It's not cinematic enough if it's not at 2 FPS.
and yeah.
It's too cinematic.
And anyway, so then that's its turn. Now it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use Divine Smite with my dagger slash. So
Nice.
let's go Divine Smite.
For Divine Smite, you don't have to use it in,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
the one you don't have to use.
like,
Oh, I'm so good. at stuff. Okay,
Yeah, just take that back.
so there's my first attack.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use Divine Smite.
Yeah, you
with
can do it again if you want, or use that one. I don't
Take
care.
it easy on the guy. He's usually unconscious during.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so you do this, and when you do
So I
this,
did 14.
yeah, when you do this, he looks like he is, he's visibly staggering back from this. He's definitely, whereas before he was still in good fighting condition, you couldn't really see anything wrong with him. Now he definitely looks like he's getting down there, and he sort of like is yeah. He is sort of looks up at you with like a little bit more desperation in his eyes. He has just 2 eyes.
I'm gonna look at him while he's looking at me with that desperation. I say, "Do you surrender?"
To the likes of you, never. And then he will make his attack. Because I'm assuming that's all you're doing on your turn.
Yeah.
Alright. And he'll dive back at you. First, you guys are whispering to each other in the trees. So first he's going to swing at you with his... first he's going to, command the magical sphere to attack you. So... Okay. And that does hit. It will do... Oh my god. It's going to do 9 damage to you.
Okay.
Then he's going to be like, that hurt, didn't it? And then he's going to run at you, dive in, lunge forward with the dagger. He does hit.
Oh.
And he will deal... He's going to deal 7 damage to you.
I use my orchestrate to keep me at 1 HP.
Yeah. I mean, you don't use it. It just works.
Well,
I think
You have
right?
to choose to do it.
You do have to choose to do it because it only happens once. so-
Oh, okay, like once per long rest.
Once
or
per
whatever.
long
Yeah.
rest.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then. But yeah, still.
Quick question. Mechanically, are all other orcs instead of half orcs behind the hood?
Yeah.
I mean,
all
regular
orcs
orcs have this too.
Yeah, all orcs are orcs.
No, well, the feature you're using is a half
It's a
orc.
half orc feature.
Oh yeah.
Normal orcs don't have that.
We were. I think I was just. Using
I'm assuming
it
you're
for...
just using a generic orc stat block, probably, and they don't have that feature. They have a bunch of other stuff though. Like,
these ones, I guess the distinction I had is that like civilized orcs versus like wild orcs or whatever. But no, it
I
does,
don't know how you're
yeah.
doing it mechanically, but
No, they do not have that.
I know
can
full blood
spoil
orcs
that
get
for
the,
you.
the
I mean,
carry capacity.
I mean,
if
at
they're
least,
a
like,
player, and
yeah, like
they can run further at enemies.
I mean, some might have that, but I guess you'll have to. In general cases, though, I'm not considering most orcs in this world half orcs. So that I guess that's the main thing.
Okay.
And these are clearly full orcs, so take that as you will. Anyway, so you can drop to 1 HP instead. Nice. All right. So you and he like scowls and he says, I thought for sure that would take you out. And then
I told you, I'm from Bafang.
Get him this time.
let's see. So he used his bonus action. Oh, I think that's all you can do. So it's your turn.
Use your inspiration. I mean, what?
What? Did I hear
Was there
something?
a breeze?
I'll show you a breeze.
Could you
Spring is the best season, Alexis. Except it only lasts 2 weeks here. So
So it's charisma. So charisma.
I can't help but think this is a wrestling match, though.
it's basically a wrestling match.
It's because of the square arena, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be circle, but we made it a square.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Like,
wrestling
honestly,
arena
Poacher
is the
should have
square
put a
circle.
white square on the map layer.
Yeah, I should. In preparation, I should have foreseen that this was going to happen.
Yeah, you should have had a.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my
proper spread for an
inspiration.
arena.
And well, how bad does he look?
He definitely is like below half health to put it in game terms. He's looking pretty beat up. He's bleeding from those gashes and whatnot. Oh, there's a
I'm
whatnot.
just gonna say, like, if you don't throw everything at him, he's probably just gonna kill you.
I know.
At least temporarily.
I like
I
that's
made a
good way to
circle for you.
That's a good way to describe it.
Thank
I
you.
don't think we really need that. But, you know.
Like, until I decide to run into the middle of a bunch of orcs, he kills you.
Maybe.
You're both alive and dead.
I don't
Unless
know.
he somehow does
Yo, he
your
might
full
miss.
HP.
He missed once already, so he could miss again. That would be ridiculous.
He's got to miss twice.
That's true. yeah, that's a fair point.
This whole battle took a sharp twist when you doubled your attacks per turn.
Yo, he used magic first.
Yeah, but you use magic in a shittier way. So, like,
From whose perspective?
everyone's.
Yeah.
Because you're actually using a spear.
From
Right.
my perspective, the DMs are evil.
He's still just using a dagger.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe he could have made it be a dagger, but also
You could have
also.
actually. It can look like whatever you want it.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. It doesn't actually like change the effect. does
Generally,
it? Yeah.
Too late.
in the text of it, it says that people usually make it look like the preferred weapon of their god, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, and definitely for him it's like a spear. So he was holding a spear beforehand. So that makes sense that he'd use a spear. But if it doesn't make a difference, maybe he would have made it a dagger. I didn't realize that. I knew it didn't. I knew I wasn't rolling at different damage or anything, but I didn't realize.
So what's
like,
happening?
Yeah, what is Matt doing?
All right.
Are
I was
you
reading.
locked in indecision?
I've got, well, yeah. Let's see.
Killer weekend. Like I'm saying, Divine Smite with some good old inspiration advantage
Yeah,
might just do him good.
You can use my inspiration.
Okay.
So I'll get that and Divine Smite also.
Jeez, wow,
Ooh.
it's pretty good.
So
21
it's
damage.
21 damage.
21 damage.
Yep. And so you do this, and you bring in your dagger and you slash him across the chest, and he collapses to the ground and he starts to like bleed out there. And as he's falling to the ground on his knees, he looks up at you and he's like gurgling, blood is being he's spitting up blood, and he's
Poke.
like. And he's like,
And he pokes you with the
no.
spear.
And the spear impales me as he's
No,
going
he's
down.
he's like, you scum, you got lucky.
Oh, I can
At
turn the
least I
spear red,
didn't
apparently.
cheat.
And then he falls to the ground, bleeding out there.
Now what? Other orcs.
That's the real question.
The other orcs,
If any of the orcs move to like toward Ulf at all, I will shoot them.
Would
Oh, no!
Would your character try to what the fuck happened?
You went into the astral plane.
did you delete
What
your
happened?
character?
I cast banishment.
Oh no.
No, yeah, I tried getting rid of my square, and I ended up getting rid of me at the same
So
time.
the,
Thank you.
Because you
So
selected everything, including you.
So the rest of the
Yeah.
orcs look to you, Matt. They look to Ulf, and they like look at each
I'd be-
other.
Are you gonna try
I
to
would be
intimidate
like, yeah, I'm like going. I have the dagger in my hand. I reach down to their leader, pick him up by his hair, and start cutting off his head.
him? Jesus Christ.
You
Fuck
just,
yeah.
You just start sawing
And then
off his head.
after I get the head off, I hold it up and I just roar. Ulf roars in a
Yeah, that would
Triumph
be
of victory.
intimidating.
and just
roll.
and just goes in a circle and shows it to each of them and then throws it on the ground.
Yeah, roll me an intimidation check for that.
Do it with advantage. My spell's still on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Intimidation. Boom.
Nice. Yeah,
You're
I
lucky,
definitely
boy.
needed it.
So
I
they-
definitely needed it.
they look at each other and stuff, and then finally, like one of them on the, one of them is like, he's like,
Are you able
okay,
to red eyes?
we will.
Game
we'll-
over, man.
We'll leave. You have shown yourself to be strong, and they start to like, they actually go over and like pick up the armor and the spear of their leader.
I was hoping they'd forget that.
But then they start to just like go off. They don't even like say anything else to you. They just start to leave. They're clearly stunned by this whole event.
As they run away, Ulf, obviously in a lot of pain, just kind of like falls to one knee and is like, "Oh
jeez.
God."
He said, "What help?" Jeez. It would have been.
Yeah, once
down.
they're safely gone, I'll come out
Yeah,
to help
so
them out.
Sounds good. So they all
we'll come look at this griffin.
yeah. So so like I said, like I described before, the griffin has like a leather like strap and a bag on its neck. Other than that, it's looking better than it was before because it's been magically healed.
What's in the bag?
You're also when you approach it, I will have to make you have an animal handling check. Of course, it it has already like responded well to Ulf, and it's not completely dumb. You know,
All
so.
right. 14 HP there, and then
Okay.
another 6 on top of that.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And hold on one second.
As I stand up.
And I am actually going to
I'll
take
go
the.
collect my armor and
I
stuff.
am actually going to take the higher of those two.
Okay.
But hold on one second. Yeah, yeah, and you are fine. It stares at you very like suspiciously, but it does let you. It allows you to grab the bag from around its neck and like pull it over its head or something, you know, or unhook it. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You just like take it off.
Yeah, exactly.
What skill is animal handling again?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Was
Well, yeah. So
Yeah, the name's
So
too long to
you
read.
yeah, it's sort of like, and yeah, it doesn't move to attack either, you guys. Also, I guess Grizzles would have been like sort of. Grizzles actually is still cowering sort of in the tree line. He doesn't want to come out to near this thing.
Guys left behind your eyes.
Yeah.
that's fine.
What?
But no, so the
He's drawing on us.
so anyway, so Grizzles is hiding in the trees. By the way, he doesn't actually want to come
Yeah,
out.
once I get done healing, I'll go back and be like, come on.
He'll.
fine.
So first,
I'm
I'll tell
going-
you. I'm going to tell Nox what is in the bag first, and then I'll tell you what Grizzle says. So first off, let me go to my notes. So in the bag there are two things. There seems to be some sort of like hastily written out letter, or not a letter. It's not like in an envelope. It is in a. It's just like on a piece of paper, like a scrap of paper with like some charcoal writings on it, and then, or maybe even like pen or like ink. I'm not sure. But and this is what it says. Hold on. Actually, I'll show it to you again. Hold on. There you go. It is in your journal now if you want to like read it out or whatever. And there's also before you read it out, there's also like a horn that you would blow on. Nothing too big. It's like a small horn. Meanwhile, though, Grizzles, while you look for that real quick, Grizzles, he says to you, I don't want to go near that thing. I think I've seen it before.
Looking. Well, are they still both over there?
Yeah, we're over here talking. And you're rummaging. Well,
I'm trying
when
to comfort the griffin so that it'll calm down so we can maybe
Yeah.
pull the tree off.
I say that particular griffin. And do you know who it belonged to?
There was some big creature. It looks kind of like you, but a lot bigger. Twice as tall. 3 times as tall? Big.
Okay, so I guess I would assume then that it's some sort of giant or giantkin?
I mean, that's a fair assumption to make, I think, but I can't.
I
tell
don't
you.
know how much I know about them, those kind of races, so I don't know what I'd try and ask him to narrow it down. I guess I'd just first ask, what sort of clothes and armor did it have?
Let me tell you 1 second.
As well as like the basic stuff like skin color.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I have to find this thing.
Also, interestingly, I don't see any gigantic humanoid bodies lying around.
Yeah. That is true. It would,
Maybe he got turned into a tree.
Oh my god.
And he was
So-
riding.
Oh
the griffin.
shit!
So he would say, it was just wearing these robes
Robes.
and normal clothes, kind of. Yeah, he says something like that. Yeah.
I didn't realize griffins were that large that they could be mounts for giants. This is like a particularly
Probably
large
not.
griffin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely are not normally.
I mean, also this griffin is size huge, not large.
Yeah. It's a pretty big griffin.
Because let's see, 3 times my size. I'm 5'8", so
Yeah, so
that's quite the
Like
humanoid.
17 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's like
This
a
thing would be
storm. That's
huge.
like out of character. Storm giant, probably, or something of the sort.
Hmm.
I don't
Anyways.
know what I would know at all, so it's gonna be like, yeah, that's probably a giant.
Yep. I think that's
As-
about as much from what Grizzlies could tell you that you'd be able to find out, honestly.
Well, I don't see any giants around here, and the griffin seems to be getting along with those two well enough.
Okay, I guess I can come out there.
Just don't get too close to its beak.
And so he comes over. He comes over. He'll come out. He doesn't really get too close to it though. In fact, though, when he gets close to it, the griffin actually looks at him and goes like, and does like a little screech.
I would stop it and try and like be like, no.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
After a second, it'll stop anyways. But because it's still
Yeah,
trapped.
I think he recognizes your kind too.
Yeah. Anyways, though, so Nox, you have read this now.
Yeah,
so-
she looks over her shoulder to Anna. Does the name Sraphum of the Moor mean?
Can I get that in text? And also probably not.
Like that.
That's not right.
Wait, is that not how it is in the?
Definitely
God.
not Scrimp.
Oh, you know what? I copied it over differently. That's right.
Scrimp.
I forgot I changed it
It-
afterwards. Yeah, that makes sense.
Shrapum of the what now?
Of the Moor.
Aphum of the
Yeah, I took the wrong
Moor.
thing. That's funny.
Okay, well, Mr. Poetry Man,
Scrimp
do
of
I
the
know
Manure.
what that
You-
is?
You do not. No.
Nope. I don't know any Straphums, and I don't know of any Moors around.
Well, according to this note, this thing's name was Stormwing, and I guess he to him. They seem to have some sort of problem with puny dragonkin, and she looks at Grizzles, which I can only imagine means you.
And he goes like, groaning.
I look at Grizzles. You kobolds have been fighting giants.
This little, well, before I before I left and then came to be part of you guys' group, and he spits at the ground. Yeah, no one in particular.
Just to us as a group,
Yeah.
yes.
Before I came to you guys,
Lovely.
I had heard plans of a trap being set for one of the mortal enemies, this dragon, or his dragon, giant, or whatever you called it. And I had fought him before, that's how I knew what he looked like, but he had always flown off. We had set a trap, and to capture him, my lord, he hates giants and they're whatever they are with a passion, and they hate us. That's an enmity that is in our blood. And
The note does say that whoever wrote it was trapped by their multiple. So I suppose whatever plan worked.
then he was going to torture the giant.
Mm.
I guess that means we own a griffin now.
What was its
So-
name?
Stormwing.
I'll look at it and I'll go, Stormwing.
And it
So
it perks
we-
up at you.
And I'll say, I don't know the commands to a griffin. I just say, stay. And then I'll,
It's under a log.
a log still.
well, I'm gonna move the log off and I don't want it running off.
Don't move. Oh wait, you can't, bitch.
I'll say, I'm going to move the log off. You stay here after it's off.
Also, though, one second.
Thank God this griffin understands common instead of
Well,
giant.
so I was gonna say though, you're gonna have to make me another animal handling check for that to see if it listens and follows or whatever. But also Jack. So one thing you noticed about the
Oh my
I
God.
listened.
one thing you noticed about the writing of that note is
Uh-huh.
is that it was written in common, obviously. That's why you're able to read it. But it's but it was not the best handwriting and stuff. There was like maybe some grammatical errors. I don't know that I didn't write on purpose.
Is the note particularly large?
I mean, it's just like a big piece of paper, I guess. A little bigger than an average like books piece of paper that you'd find around in Therivel's Tower. But it's not like, it doesn't look like it was part of anything, like a part of a book. It looks kind of just like a
I was just
random-
asking because if a 15-foot tall giant wrote a note, it'd be presumably bigger than a human note.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not like a little tiny scrap of paper.
All right.
So
Well, he's handling that animal.
So you tell it to stay, and then you move to get the log off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do the other people help get the log off of it? Assuming
I mean, I'm pretty strong, but
You are pretty strong. I'm not
I'd love to help, but to be honest, I don't know how much I can really contribute to me.
Yeah, I kind of squeeze my own arm, like I don't know. It's like I probably smell of kobold. This guy, he doesn't like kobolds. I'm just gonna. And I turn to Grizzles. Do you know where this trap was supposed to be for the giant?
And he'll say like, there was somewhere nearby near our mountain, which is to the north of here.
Have we ever actually known where the kobolds come from to this point?
What do you mean?
Can't remember.
he pointed at a mountain. That's all we got.
Yeah, point in the general direction of a mountain.
Can we see the mountain from here?
Do you ask him that?
Yeah.
He's like, no, it was to the northeast of where you found me.
Sure, now
Alright.
he's sharing the information.
Noted.
And so, meanwhile, I'm gonna have you make a athletics check for me, Ulf, to get the log off him. So the first try doesn't work. You lift up the log a little bit, then you lose grasp of it, and it goes and slams back on the griffin, and it goes like, "Arr!"
I guess at that point,
Sorry.
I'm gonna be like, come on now.
Suppose if you're going to give that week.
I'm going to go up to you. Let's hold on a second.
Am I getting inspiration?
I'm just gonna give you. Yeah, you know what? Now that you mentioned, I'm gonna give you Bard inspiration. Have your
That's-
D6.
Yeah, I mean, you can
D6.
assist him to.
Yeah.
Oh,
grant
I'll
advantage.
assist as well
Nox
to give
is gonna
advantage.
just offer whatever help
yeah.
she can.
So you have advantage plus a D6.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and.
Okay, so
I'll move this twig over here
Athletics.
for you. Don't you worry about it.
And then D6. All right, nice.
so
So, yeah.
23.
So the second time you do it, with the others helping and stuff, you lift it up and then you just toss it out of the way and you manage to clear it off of the griffin without even touching it.
Does
that
the
much.
griffin have harness on it, like what horses would have, or stirrups, or whatever you want to call
there
them?
was a
The things that
saddle
are in
next
the
to
mouth.
it?
There was a saddle sort of like that was like the saddle was kind of broken, but it was like sprawled out on the ground in the wreckage.
How
and
about
stuff.
up by its head? Does it have like how horses have the reins? That's what I'm thinking. Does it have any
There's-
reins on it?
No, there's no reins.
So you want to know if it
only
has a bridle on it or something?
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't have anything like that.
whatever.
It
Like,
has
something like that.
It has that leather sort of thing around its neck, but that the bag was attached
I would
to.
probably, as soon as the log gets off, I would kind of hurry up and go over and lightly grab onto the leather
Okay.
strap and then start petting its head or whatever.
Yeah, and it doesn't. It doesn't
Nox,
or yeah.
Nox turns to Ulf and says, "If you're going to be trying to make a friend of this, I figure you probably want this." And she tosses the horn that she found in the pouch to him.
All right, I will take
It did come with him after all.
Thank you. I suppose I'll hold on to it and see what use I can make of it.
Yeah.
So
And,
is it
it's
just a horn, or is it
Yeah, like a horn that you
would?
blow into.
Just horn?
And it's meanwhile the griffin is just sitting there calmly. Actually, it stands up and stuff, and it sort of shakes its wings out and whatever, and is looking over itself to see if it's okay, But it is
Any broken bones still?
Yeah,
but it is
how rough is it looking right now?
it looks it doesn't look like terrible. Like it looks a lot better than before. It certainly looks like it's not it's more healthier than it is closer to being dead.
All right,
So
maybe I'd pull out a little meat from my rations and I would give it a little
yeah,
snack.
yeah, it will
give it a little treat
yeah, it'll
for being good.
voraciously eat it out of your hand or out of the air if you toss it up, and
Yeah, I would toss it up. I wouldn't
Yeah.
let that thing try pecking it out of my hand.
yeah, and it's and yeah, it's and it's a large, like, majestic creature, you know. It's but it's just sitting here calmly.
hmm
As
how's the saddle look?
it definitely doesn't look like it's a workable shape. Like there looks like it has straps and stuff that are missing, that got torn off or whatever.
Oh, I don't have mending on this character.
And
Does anybody have like rope?
Yeah.
Oh, we got rope.
Could we try and rope the saddle to the griffin? At least just for walking and riding it. Anyways, we won't. I don't think we'd be trying to fly on it quite yet.
I'll hand you my rope if you don't have any, and say knock
Yeah, I
yourself
don't have
out. You
any.
probably won't appreciate the rope for being on it for very long, though.
Well, we'll take it off at night.
All right, well, I'm just gonna delete this out of my stuff.
Okay, and then I use the rope to
One of these days, I'm just
Uh,
gonna completely delete
rig.
something other than what I'm clicking on.
They really do need an undo button in that thing.
yeah,
There should be like a little history window that you can have. Anyway,
Yeah. I'm gonna.
once he starts messing around with that, I'm gonna be like, by the way, Grizzles, do you happen to know where the giants live?
no. I imagine if we had known, we would have been sent out in a raid to try and kill them.
It might be worth trying to get a hold of them, since the enemy of my enemy and all that.
And he just shrugs.
That's true.
He shrugs. He's like, I'm not a strategist.
I'm gonna do what Perplex said, and I'm gonna let go of the griffins, like the leather around the griffin's neck, and I'm gonna kind of walk over and see if it follows.
So it'll like
And I would
looks
say,
around.
Come.
It like
Come
looks
here.
around for a second, and then it like looks up to the sky and leaps and starts flying around. However, it doesn't fly like straight away. It actually like flies and starts circling around you way high up.
So I'm dinner.
No, not that type of thing. And it lets out some cries that are like happy cries, you know.
So it's just circling us. Do you think Kass is going to get jealous?
I wouldn't worry too much about his feelings, I suppose. He seems to not be so enthused about ours.
Sorry, but the way you said "I suppose" at the end of the sentence reminds me of.
Reminds me of what?
There's an anime character in ReZero who says "I suppose" after every sentence.
Oh.
So what does the group decide to do at this point?
I'm gonna point to the orcs, the dead orc chief, and I say, dinner, yeah, dinner.
To the griffin? It's flying way
Yes.
up ahead, so I don't know if
Yeah. Well, yell it. I mean, if it doesn't hear me, I'll try the horn.
Alright. Yeah, so you it doesn't seem like it hears you, so you blow the horn and it goes like, you know, it's like a little more high pitched than other horns. It's not like a, you know, it's not really a bell. So, well, you know, it's a high pitch like, and when you do that, it immediately like dives down from the air and dives straight down, doing like swooping up right before it hits and landing gracefully next to you and near the body of this orc, you know, and it looks at you.
Dinner. And I point at the orc's body.
And it looks down at the orc, looks back to you, looks back at the orc, and then goes and starts tearing away flesh. You know,
Oh
like,
shit!
starts pecking out the eyes of the orc and like tearing apart, like ripping into its stomach. You know, pretty gruesome stuff.
Holy shit! Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. It's
And it
pretty
kinda-
ferocious, actually.
Kind of gets a little green looking and just says,
Yeah.
I should go back and
And-
tell the others what
And
happened.
Grizzles
I
hides
think-
behind Anna. He's like, oh,
I
shit.
gonna,
think
like,
it's-
I'm walking backwards towards the tree line and just like turn around and start leaving.
Yeah.
It's like you know where the river.
Yeah.
Who's moving me?
Whether I know where the river is, we'll find out.
Yeah. And,
I'm assuming I can tell from the sun which way to go, but I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. You,
Okay.
You can
So
wait.
I've got a griffin now.
for now.
For now.
And,
okay. So yeah, let's head back to the
Alright.
river.
As you start heading
Can we
back,
name him Harry instead?
once you guys leave the clearing, then you so if you like, I'm assuming you like try to
Gryffindor.
get it to follow you and stuff, but it'll
Well,
just
yeah.
it'll just like leap in the sky and sort of be like flying above you guys.
Oh, cool.
Hey, it needs to keep track of second dinner.
And
It's got
so
a taste
the
for orcs now.
so
Full
the,
breakfast.
so the group so you guys make it back to where Kass and Miles are sitting on the side of the river fishing.
We're not fishing anymore. We're playing cards.
Oh,
So I
okay.
imagine we've been gone more than an hour at this point.
Yeah, about a little over an hour probably. Yeah, after getting everything all cleaned up. But yeah, so you guys are.
So
are playing
between
cards
us, Cass and Miles have about 20 fish.
Oh, perfect. We got a griffin to feed.
Alright, so you get some fish?
Correction. You have a griffin to feed.
Do you guys mention?
He is right.
Also,
You have a
so you
griffin.
guys.
That's also
So I want you
true.
guys to role play it out. What do you guys say when the group gets back?
I mean, I don't think they'd notice the griffin right away.
What?
I mean, it's
very
flying above.
incorrect.
If it's flying above,
It's a flying above,
yeah,
and we
Oh.
walk up.
It's a huge sized creature.
it is pretty big, but it's flying pretty high as well.
I mean, you guys would have to notice it in the sky, I guess. But
Also, I think I'm pretty aware of the sky.
Cass might notice it. But
I
so,
mean, it's not like it's
Okay.
hiding.
yeah, it's not.
no, it's not hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't. It's in the sky.
It's in the
It's
sky. Yeah.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just make it fish
could
for its own
hide when
food.
when it was out of our field of view, and then fly into the sky while still
Yeah.
while still hiding.
So what is that? Well, so what do you guys say though?
Oh, I see it has the stealthy feet, huh?
Okay, yeah. So we get back, and we have a griffin now. I have a griffin now.
It's not yours.
For now, I'm lending it.
I'm more inclined to say that the griffin has an orc now.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it goes.
Might as well go
Apparently-
back to the over map.
Yeah.
What
I
time
like
is
to-
it?
Oh, where we are.
Or how late is
This
it?
is
Come
like at this point
think of
it's
it.
like mid-afternoon, I guess.
It was
probably
like
look a
this
lot-
afternoon when we first found it.
I'm guessing
It
we're
was
somewhere.
It was
like-
midday.
it was a couple hours past midday. I think I described it. An hour or two after midday.
We anywhere near the pink dot? It was. It's pink dot. Is this the
no,
original
you-
temple that disappeared?
You guys are like up to
No.
here.
I think so,
We're,
yeah.
we're over here still.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're crossing like behind where the Earth.
Yeah,
Probably,
I went around
actually, probably like here, because you started the day like
It's a weird shade.
up here. That's where you started.
We're slowly going backwards, apparently.
No, no, you're following the
Oh.
river.
All right, so we're over here now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Alright.
Okay, let's keep
Okay,
going.
anyways,
we'll hit
where are we
Riverdale
going?
soon.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys continue down the river.
Continue on, yeah.
Alright.
So we
and-
encountered
So-
the largest griffin imaginable.
it's a
Yeah.
big griffin. But the
And apparently there was no comment from Miles and Cass about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I already saw it.
oh my god.
I mean,
I'm just
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it's
if you
followed
guys
us.
have come back, I expected you to come back with a griffin or griffin pieces.
or orc pieces.
so. I imagine at this point, since this is like the first like impressive thing that Ulf has done, Anna's probably fiddling with her viol, coming up with a song about it. Since bard and all.
Yeah.
I took down.
1v1'd another religious orc.
You College of Lore?
I indeed.
Well, that's perfect then.
Yeah.
Well, even a Valor Bard would be all over
I
this
mean,
shit too.
Totally. But like,
Yeah.
The only ones that would be disinterested semi would be like Glamour. Or...
Yeah. So the
I mean, it was pretty glamorous.
so do you guys
that's not what that means.
you
I
guys
know.
travel on for the rest of the day? Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys you don't actually you don't see much. There's not too much
It's my chicken.
civilization here.
It's the Griffin.
It's a pretty wild area. So eventually you guys are gonna end up like over here, or a little maybe even a little further than that.
Like
the main river.
near the actual like big river.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the green dot was the Earth.
Yeah. So you're in the general.
Would we
vicinity.
recognize that we're near it?
Yeah, you probably noticed that it.
I imagine we're
It's like
higher up
the
in
general area.
elevation, so
Yeah.
if you
So
see it.
at that point, Nox would suggest. I think we're near the Earth Temple that we initially set out to investigate. I bet the cultists probably took whatever was there, but maybe it's worth a look.
I suppose.
And what if they're still there?
Well, then we could deal with them.
I mean,
What he
we
said.
did. Who was the guy that was protecting it before?
Huh?
What do you mean?
The
The
big
guy
Earth
that was-
elemental that got destroyed?
Yeah, there's an earth elemental that got destroyed.
Oh, he actually got destroyed. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cultists killed him.
Okay.
They have
Never
like
mind.
20.
You don't enter the temple unless you either worship the god or destroy the elementals.
Okay.
Or run past them.
Or teleport the entire temple.
Teleport.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So,
Anyways. Yep.
So what does the group decide?
Wait a minute. Does that mean there used to be an air elemental in the temple that we were captured at?
Possibly.
It's very possible.
Maybe there still is.
Not the one that we were.
It's Elwyn now.
Well, wasn't that place we were
Elwyn
imprisoned the
couldn't be an
teleported Earth
elemental.
temple?
It
No,
was
no,
the
because the
air
Earth Temple
monastery.
wasn't teleported. The air monastery was teleported.
Oh, the monastery and the temple. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Different, right?
Very different.
These are like
Yeah.
elemental
They're different.
shrines. Elemental
Yeah.
shrines.
Yeah.
So there's still an air temple somewhere.
Yeah. Possibly.
Which, as far as what got teleported was a monastery, not a temple.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So,
I just wasn't. I thought since it was an air monastery that it was also. Yeah.
Which means that I
Anyways,
would probably know where the air temple is.
Is there an
Maybe?
air temple?
I mean, I don't know.
Is
there?
Is there?
I've never mentioned an
We-
air temple.
There's
We
been an
have a
earth
stone that has
and,
the 4 elements. They keep bringing up the different elements, and
I assume there is one.
There might be one.
and being devoted to the god of air. I would probably know of an air temple if there was one.
Maybe.
and there's only certain
I
gods
would
that are
really-
named,
really
and
hope so.
the elemental ones happen to be.
No, in all honesty, there's probably an air temple in Fellington, like a more like not a civilized one, like I guess like more like a shrine, like where people would pay homage to it. But you don't know of any air temples in this area that are like run like manned by people.
Oh, I see.
There's just the monastery.
The avatar disappeared.
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. Yeah.
We lost the air
100
temples.
years ago, the
The
Avatar disappeared.
fire temple.
When we needed him
took
most.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, no. Yeah. So, do you guys determine or decide to go to the Earth
I mean,
Temple?
We're here.
Might as well stop by.
It is getting dark, by the way. This is about the time you would probably be looking for a place to camp, anyways.
Sure.
It might be like
Mhm.
you might be a little out of the way, like in an hour or something, but still
I made this a volcano.
nice. So
I noticed.
it's Mount Doom.
That's the fire temple.
So yeah, so that's fine. So yeah, so you guys
That's where the water
make
temple
it
was.
to the
What happens when you get rid of the
the
elementals?
Earth Temple. And the Earth Temple. Hold on one second. The Earth Temple is that's the place that you guys got teleported from and all. You remember?
Yeah. We actually never made it to the shrine.
Yeah. You never made it down the end of either of those like divergent paths inside of
True.
it. So yeah.
Oh, hey, Grizzles, you were the last of us over here. Did all of the cultists leave when they took you?
As far as I know.
All right. Should be
Did we
unoccupied.
leave something here
No.
besides Grizzles? I thought we left like a cart or something.
So
Briefly, we left Nox until she followed.
So yeah, and just
That's
as
also
just as a heads up, we're probably gonna end the stream here in a second because my roommate's sleeping, actually, trying to sleep and stuff. So
Come on.
and
Wow.
we've gone
Have 'em
4
join.
hours, so we can
Going to bed
and,
this early.
but we'll so we'll
We'll lose
say, I don't know, like the thing is, would you guys like camp before exploring down the tunnels there, or would you just explore before going to bed?
Probably camp first.
Okay, like in the main
Yeah,
cavern
definitely
area
camp
before
first.
in the main cavern that's like before it splits or something, because that's probably like that would make the most sense, because it was like a good
Wait.
walk down
I mean,
there.
if we can
Doesn't
make
that-
it there before it's like, I don't know.
I was drawing a chicken. I completely missed where we are right now.
We're right.
going to that green dot,
At the green dot.
which is
We're
the
going
Earth
back
Temple.
to where that Earth Elemental was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We
before
saw
we
that.
teleported.
We recognized the terrain. And we're like, hey, we've been here.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, we might as well go check it out while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe there's some more locked doors that they didn't get.
Yeah. So, anyways, so yeah, so you guys would get there when it's already like dark, and like the sun had just gone down a little bit ago, but it's dark now, and so there's, like I said, when I first described it, there's a tunnel that goes down a little ways until you hit a big old cavern that has those 2 staircases at the end that sort of meet, and then go off into, and then right after that, soon after that at least, there's a little split, and the tunnel splits into 2, and you guys had gone left, and then the whole teleport thing happened and everything as you guys were trailing those enemies and got in a fight, but and then you guys never went to the right, but you know that the other group of enemies went that way, and so yeah, so if you were looking for a place to camp before exploring this place, since you don't know what you're gonna find and stuff, then the best place would probably be the big cavern out there, right? It's gonna be hard to sneak up on you there.
Mhm.
And and yeah, so I don't know, do you guys like make a fire inside of this big cavern?
Would the griffin follow us in?
Oh god, that's a good question. So the griffin, it sort of just flies around above you guys the whole time. But when you like get to the entrance of the cave, it doesn't follow you in of its own will. Like,
Okay.
like do you try to blow the horn at all, or?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So when you blow the horn, it'll like it'll come down and it'll sort of like pace back and forth outside the entrance to it and like look inside like it wants to follow, but it'll sort of like, I don't know, like do a little like cries and stuff, like bird screeches, and then it'll curl up outside and actually it won't follow you in.
How far in is everybody?
It's a few
Staying?
minutes, a little few minute walk.
Like
You gonna
feet
sleep
wise?
with your griffin.
Feet wise, I don't know.
I don't think it was
mean-
too terribly long to the first game.
Yeah, it was like trying to look. I have it, or I had notes, but I don't know if I marked.
I'm
them.
pretty sure we were only just getting in when we started hearing.
Yeah, I
weird
think it was
shit.
like 10 minutes, mate. Like 5 or 10 minutes of walking. It's like, because it wasn't even really like a. It was like a rough hewn floor and stuff. But if you ran it,
I think
you could
I think the main tunnel in was fairly large, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, 5-10
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
in. That's
No,
like
no.
a decent.
I mean,
It
length.
wide.
can definitely fit.
Width wise.
This thing
Oh.
can definitely fit, but it doesn't want to go in. It looks like.
All right. I tell the group. I'm going to stay out here with the griffin for now, for tonight. I'll meet you guys inside in the morning.
Hmm.
All right.
Huh?
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah.
I shrug.
Blow your horn if you run into trouble.
Make sure it doesn't get hungry.
Yep. Alright. So yeah, so you guys so that sounds good. You guys are you guys go in, the rest of you. And
I would have picked some like berries.
yeah, I got you.
and
Landed in
nuts and
trees
stuff.
on the way. Get ahead of the group.
Oh yeah, and you had all that fish.
You're all
and
good,
if you
man.
if you didn't eat them all,
No, I
Maybe,
mean that's the thing. It's like I definitely have a lot of fish. but you know, I need something for the chipmunk.
Yeah. So you guys so you make it to this
Little
large
spy
cavern.
in disguise.
And with this large cavern doesn't really look any different than it did last time you guys were here. There is the body of that elemental still laying there, like the big chunks of rock, big boulders, like just in a roughly humanoid shape but not moving. And yeah. So do you
I
guys
like to think that somebody just laid out some boulders
to look like it?
in a humanoid
Yeah.
shape.
So yeah, so anyways, do you guys just hit the hay and we can continue next stream?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. That is going to be where we end it tonight then. So yeah, thank you guys who are watching on Twitch or on YouTube in the future. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. There's a griffin sort of in the party now. I don't know. And the group has fought more things and some orcs in an epic one-on-one combat. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. And we'll say
See
bye.
ya.
Yeah, there we go.